Hey, what's up, your girl SJ, and I wanted to talk about Fandom episode number 11. And this topic is pertaining to my name, which is Sarah Jane. And I like to talk about it because in Britain, of course, Sarah Jane is a very common name, but now that we have the North American sense of a Sarah Jane out there, it's amazing because we didn't have that when I was growing up. I had to come up with very creative names with courtesy of the San Jose Sharks, naming myself SJ, and now it's been very common. So I like to give a big thank you, shout out to Elizabeth Sladen and her family, who came up with, in coming up with a Doctor Who series. They basically, what they did was came up with an adventure. It's called the Sarah Jane Adventures, and we get to see Sarah Jane progress over time with the Doctor Who series and having her own show. I recently just caught up with a series on Carmilla with a character named Sarah Jane, and that's great too because now we get to see the new popularity in the name Sarah Jane, and what it does is that it makes me appreciate my name a lot more than I was when I was growing up. And now abbreviating my name SJ, which is easier for pronunciation, but a lot of people have told me now that I should just call myself Sarah Jane. I like to thank the Sarah Jane Adventures for making such a popularity to my name, and to the Carmilla series, which is Sarah Jane, one of the characters who passed away on that show. I won't spoil it for people who haven't watched the Carmilla series, but I have a new appreciation for my name Sarah Jane now these days because of the recent popularity with the name Sarah Jane in the North American sense. It is nothing new in the British sense because that name has been around for decades. So if you Google it, you'll find a different Sarah Jane all across the world. Some of them are actors, a serial killer, who is wrongfully convicted. Eventually she gets released. Yeah, I spent a lot of time Googling that. And with the new influx of series, Sarah Jane has become a popular name, and I'm really, really super appreciated that Sarah Jane is now a common name in society in the North American sense, or you could just call me SJ, which I really appreciate because without Sarah Jane, I guess I wouldn't be so appreciative of my name these days, but I really am appreciative. So thank you to the Sarah Jane Adventures, to the late Elizabeth Sladen, and to the Carmilla series for having a character named Sarah Jane. That is awesome. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the World Wide Web. Peace and one love.